Previously on Oxventure, at long last the Oxventurers obtained the final piece of the orb, only to discover too late its sinister purpose, a prison for a demonic supernatural trickster called Vacatus. Having escaped the orb, stolen Prudence's magic and fled to the nearby town of Port Fairwind, Vacatus is now setting into motion his plan to use cauldrons full of magic wine to turn the whole world into a giant drunken party. Will the Oxventurers be able to stop him? And do they even want to?
So we have to stop this wine from getting out there. Surely these cauldrons are being refilled by something. Let's go and observe a cauldron and see how it gets refilled, and then we can figure out what the source of the wine is.
What if it's just magic?
It might just be magic.
Well, if it's magic, then plan B is we
Drink all the wine.
We
until
dispel the
stops.
magic. Mira, when you've got that dispel magic spell?
Yeah, how many cauldrons are there though?
Let's go find out. Let's go find a cauldron
Okay.
Yeah.
and inspect it.
I want to see how this cauldron works.
Yeah, you don't have to go very far at all. You go maybe like 15 feet, and then bang, there's a cauldron with lots of people around it, drinking wine. It does
Is
look
it
like quite
red or white
nice wine.
or
It's
rosé?
red.
Okay.
Is there
It's-
fruit floating in it?
Yes, why not? Yeah,
Nice.
blackberries.
Delicious.
It's quite a light, fruity bouquet.
Kind of feeling like I could go for one, actually.
Yeah,
No.
it looks pretty. You have
Corazon.
I
And you-
smacked the
you
goblet
haven't-
out of Corazon's hand again.
No, Prudence, no. All over my Jack Darkfall boots.
What
Yeah.
if we just kick the cauldrons over?
They seem
Can't-
to be refilling. Go. All right.
Can't
I
Yeah.
kick.
refill if it's
idea.
upside down.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
All right. I kick the cauldron over.
Okay, make me a strength athletics check, please.
I will. Feeling strong. Okay, that's 17.
Wonderful. Roll for initiative.
Wait, what?
Whoa!
Oh, no.
Just Prudence or all of
No,
us?
everyone.
Oh no! I made the cauldron mad, everybody.
Okay.
Roll for initiative.
Well, I got a 4 plus 1. That's
Whee!
5.
Okay, it's a 21.
I got a 7.
13.
Okay. 13.
At least the people we're fighting will be drunk.
I assume we're gonna fight the cauldron.
It's going to grow legs.
Yeah.
Like a Dark Souls mimic.
I'm going to roll for the mob.
The
Oh,
mob.
the mob.
No.
Sorry, I
I'm gonna
meant the
roll for
party
the mob.
goers.
Right.
Okay, so here's what happens. Prudence, you do just like crack like one of your legs out, just whip it and like smash the ball of your foot into the rim of this cauldron, which kind of goes over with a large metallic like clong, like big clank.
Yeah.
The wine spills out into the streets, and the crowd immediately is like, oh, hey, whoa, like, whoa, who's harshing the vibe? Blah. And they're getting increasingly annoyed, basically. They're like, they can't believe you just kicked over this cauldron. Despite the fact there are cauldrons everywhere around here.
Can't believe you've done
They're
this.
taking umbrage to the fact that you're trying to kill the party. Far more troubling is that the wine spills onto the floor and then starts to move of its own accord.
Whoa.
It splits into 3 separate puddles that then sort of rise up and form
Wine monsters.
into a sort of like vaguely humanoid, like almost like Swamp Thing-esque shapes.
Oh, hell no.
And just sort of, they have no facial features, they have no eyes, but they turn and you feel that you are being regarded.
Ew.
They can regard these cutlasses, I say, as I draw my swords.
Well, I regret to inform you that the wine creatures are going first. So, where sort of in what order is everyone arrayed? No, it doesn't matter. They're going to go for Prudence because Prudence just kicked over the thing.
Oh, wine monsters.
AC,
That the wine
please,
monsters don't know
Prudence.
whose plan it was. That's good.
My AC is. Let's look at this character sheet. It's 12.
Okay.
It's 12.
One of the wine monsters steps forward and sort of throws back an arm and just sort of throws a very large punch at you, which, if it conformed to the normal laws of
Rum
physics...
punch.
Oh, no.
Thanks, Corazon.
Corazon, what did you say? I missed it. I feel like I missed something good.
I said a rum punch, Prudence. Haha, like a drink.
Because it's booze. It's a punch.
That's pretty good,
You might want to try and
Corazon.
duck it, though. It's coming in
Alright.
fast.
Let me
Look
let me
out.
see. Okay.
It's trying to decanter.
Hey.
If this monster obeyed the normal laws of physics, then the punch would surely the attack would surely land short, but basically the forearm of this beast detaches and flies towards you, kind of like a weird, like literal rocket punch, and it cuffs you across the face.
Ow.
For yikes, that is 9 points of damage.
Whoa, my face! Beautiful face! Dang!
Dang,
you
you
got my
wine
block
jerks.
off. 9 points of damage. Damn.
These Rock'em Sock'em wine robots are going to pay.
The good news is that that blow sort of throws you off course, and the punch thrown by the second one misses you entirely. And then, Corazon, what's your AC, please?
I don't hardly see that. How that's relevant, Johnny. 15.
Okay, just shy. You saw the three wine monsters turn toward Prudence, but then one of them kind of cranes its neck at you and seems to sense something different about you. And instead of attacking, it leans back and just basically belches forth from where its mouth would be a massive gout of wine.
Yeah, I'm not so into the wine anymore.
No. Luckily, it did not roll high enough, so you are able to duck this. Because it was like really reeling back, and they're like, "Argh!"
Whoa.
And you sort of deftly just step out of the way so as not to get any more wine on Jack Duck, your boots.
Yeah, my boots. Mine.
And that is those three. So Corazon, you are in fact next.
Okay, well, I'm going to hit this one that's next to me with my cutlasses
Okay.
and make it dead. So, yeah, where is it in relation to me currently?
Probably about 15 foot in front of you.
Okay. All right, I don't have advantage on this attack, so I can't use Rakish Audacity because it's further than 5 feet away from me.
I apologise.
That's all right. Basically, if I can't sneak attack, there's no point in me hitting anything. So,
Oh, Corazon.
Don't shoot yourself
hide.
down like that.
I'm... yes, okay.
yeah, all right, I'm going to hide, and then I can pop out, and then sneak attack, and I'll do like way more damage. So, well,
So you use your turn to hide.
No, or
You
I'll
can
hit
do
it
that
once.
as a bonus
Yeah,
action.
I'll hit it
then
once, and then
hide.
I'll pop into hiding.
Okay, roll me the attack, please.
Okay. I say I'll hit it once. Let's see you. Oh, it is an 18.
Yay!
Okay. The following thing happens. You bring your cutlass over and then slash, and the wine beast that basically just like spewed wine at you is neatly like cut into two, and the two halves fly apart and fall into puddles,
Oh.
and then they start to come back up as
They're
separate
gonna T1000 their way
combatants.
back up. Oh no! Oh no, there's two of them. Are they
You made
like
more
half the
wine
size
monsters.
though? Yeah, but they're like half the size now.
They are half the size now,
That's okay.
and therefore you would imagine that they are twice as easy to kill. Which is to say, perhaps, if you were to put a number on it, they might have half the hit points of
Sure.
a bigger one each.
Uh-huh.
But certainly your sword didn't seem to do any actual damage to them, only division. You worry that just unadulterated attacks with an edged weapon might
It's
do
going to be a bad
naff all.
idea. Okay, well, I'll use my bonus action I would like to attempt to hide, please.
Okay, sure. Yeah, make me a dex stealth check, please.
Okay. 16.
Okay, yeah, you capably slip away. The monsters kind of like the two that were attacking Prudence sort of turn round and have a look at the one that is now two, and then they sort of turn back. Prudence, you are next.
Whoa, I'm next.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Did everyone rolled really high then? Because I rolled 21.
Oh, you rolled 21.
Yeah.
Your mic cut out, and
just said
I
one.
heard one.
No.
Yeah. I also heard one.
Oh,
You should have gone yonks ago.
Yeah.
Melwen, you're
Hi.
next. Sorry.
I was like, wow, everyone rolled really well.
My mic also cut out, and I killed all the wine.
Yeah.
Oh, did my mic cut out as well?
Yeah.
I said they ducked.
Oh, okay. And my mic must have cut out in the next bit when I saw them duck and then killed them.
Oh. No.
I would like to call lightning
Sure, yeah.
because they're liquid, so I'm guessing they're quite,
Conductive.
susceptible to electricity. Nice and conductive, exactly, Egbert.
Reckon so.
So a storm cloud appears in the shape of a cylinder that is 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius.
What a
Weirdly
specific
shaped-
cloud.
Yeah.
weirdly shaped
What?
cloud.
Yeah, 10 feet tall with a 60-foot radius.
Would you look
centered
at
on
that
a point.
cylindrical cloud, I say?
Weather's coming in.
You can.
That's
you
the problem with
see-
lightning. Once it pops, it just don't stop.
But it's centered on a point you can see 100 feet directly above you. Okay,
Oh.
so I've
Okay.
got this. I've made this
Whoa.
cloud.
Like an orbital strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, the spell fails if you can't see a point in the air where a storm cloud could appear. I can see the sky. So when you cast a spell, choose a point that you see within range. So basically, I'm like there,
Okay.
there. And each creature within 5 feet of that point must make a dexterity saving throw. Otherwise, if they fail, they get 3d10 lightning damage, or half as much on a successful one.
Okay, what's your spell save DC, please?
It is 16.
Okay. Wow. One of them just straight up rolled a natural 20.
Wine, man.
Bad news.
Well, they
Bad
still
news.
take
And then that's a 4,
1.5 d10.
and then a 5.
Huh.
So, not terrible. I just love that the cloud is so specific.
Yeah,
And then
it's like,
you can just pick 3 different points and it's within fun. Anyway.
So I've got to choose a point. So I would like to choose one where there's a couple of them about 5 feet apart from each other. And go
Yeah.
in between.
Yes, sure. You can do that. They are kind of clustered. And
Yeah.
Corazon in hiding. I'm kind of imagining Corazon sort of like ran to a merchant stall, like skated across the top of the like the table and sort of hid behind
Yeah.
amongst
There are-
some artisanal cheeses.
Yeah, I'm sort of helping myself to a little cheese plate. I'm building a cheese plate that I'll enjoy during the next 6 seconds.
Are you pulling down one of the hanging cured sausages?
Yeah, I'll probably slice some of that up with the other rapier that I didn't use to hit that wine. Well, actually,
Okay.
I might use the winey rapier. It might add a certain... No, I should probably stay
No,
away.
you should stay away from the wine.
We are so proud of you.
Yeah.
I want to say that.
I'm doing great.
Yeah, it's really good. Okay. Yeah, absolutely fine. So roll that damage, please.
Okay. So that is a 6, a 10, and a 5.
So that's,
That's
21.
21, yeah.
But one of them is taking
One of them is taking...
11.
yeah, like it's half, yeah.
We'll roll up. Roll up, round up. Okay.
And basically this is a concentration spell, so on each of my turns I can just call down another bolt of lightning and it's the same spell.
Wow. Okay, that's pretty great, in fairness.
I'll need to learn that one. Give me a week or two.
I'll give you inspiration for that. Prudence.
Okay. Where are we exactly? We're outside the burned down furniture warehouse.
Yeah, so you're kind of in like a broad street.
We're 15 feet away from it by a cauldron.
Well, not much to hand then. I'm just furious. I've just had enough for today. I pick up the cauldron in my 2 hands and I swing it around my head and like, ugh.
Like an Olympic hammer.
Yeah, like an Olympic hammer, and I wang
trying to
one of the
treat-
winemen in the head
Okay.
with it. Yeah. Were you going to say you trying to do something clever with it?
Yeah, I was going to ask if you were trying to contain them within the cauldron.
Sure, why not? One of the smaller winemen, I like bring it down on the smaller wineman.
Okay, sure. Yeah, make me that attack roll.
Okay.
Without giving away too much, are you raging?
I'm raging! I'm enraged! I'm enraged. Do you want me to say?
Oh, it's up to you. I just wanted to know.
Yeah. I access a new and surprising, but not unwelcome, font of rage within me.
Whoa.
A new
You're
one.
already pretty ragey.
Yeah. But this is
There's a
more-
second
this is-
one next to the other font of rage that you more
This is
regularly
the
access.
secondary unmagical font of rage, and
Right.
I am now in a rage state, shall we say. So I enter my rage state, and then I bring this cauldron down on the wine man, like a hammer, but like upturned, so hopefully, gonna contain him, or smash him, or both. I'm just
Great.
furious.
Roll
right,
it.
roll it!
Yeah, strength check. You should be getting advantage on that, unless I'm reading this differently.
Yes.
Hang on. Yep.
Welcome to Rage Mode. Let me tell you all about Rage Mode here in Prudence's new barbarian form.
What?
You gain advantage on strength checks and saving throws, not attacks. +2 melee damage with strength weapons. Resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage. So,
Okay.
Less
Wow.
prudence, more like bruisedence.
we'll workshop that later, Merylwen, I shout, while I bring the hammer down on this small wine.
Merylwen's just trying to make
work
her
on it.
more angry. I get it,
Yeah.
Merylwen. I understand.
I tucked through a mouthful of artisanal cheese.
Yeah, so it's a strength roll. So that is 21.
That is absolutely a hit. What's the damage on a magic, very solid bronze cauldron?
Say it like it's like
a
a big
bludgeoning
club.
weapon,
Big
sort
bludgeoning.
Yeah.
of.
We'll call it 2d10.
Yeah. Also, +2 melee damage with strength weapons because
Yep.
of my rage.
Wonderful.
Yes, you mentioned the rage.
Roll damage, please.
Everyone, watch my rage! I bellow as I roll for damage. So
Hard
let's
to
go.
miss. It's hard to miss the rage.
Let's go for 2d10 +2
Yep.
because of my rage. All right, that's a 5 and a 6, so that's 11 +2, that's 13. I'm hulking out. I'm still holding the cauldron.
Okay, so that one, I'm going to say, is to all intents and purposes in a grappled situation because it has been like, boom, it is now just formed like, it's just completely filled the void of this cauldron against the ground.
Oh,
So if
cool.
it wants to break out, it's going to have to do something quite
Oh,
special.
okay. So it's kind of like
On a
sealed
text, yeah.
against the earth in this
Yep.
upside down magic cauldron.
Yep.
Nice. Okay.
If the crowd was upset earlier, they're positively livid now, and they are going to rush forward and try to restrain some of you.
Let them try.
Oh wow. Okay, well that's a 1.
The crowd fall over themselves drunk.
Good
So-
job, drunkies.
So half of the
Stupid
crowd
mob.
are like, "Wah, wah," and they are just sort of, they're drunk. They slip, they fall, they start to quarrel amongst themselves, and that's half of the crowd, and the other half. Okay, Prudence. I need you to either make, it's your choice, a Dex Acrobatics check or a Strength Athletics check to
Guess-
not be restrained by the crowd.
Guess which I'm going with? I'm going with my furious barbarian strength rage.
Yes, I thought perhaps you might.
Right, so strength check, you said.
Mm-hmm.
Right, okay, cool. Right, that's 17 plus 5, so that's 22.
Yes, that is certainly higher than an 11.
Yeah. Okay,
so,
Are they like hanging off me?
yes. That's exactly what I was going to say. They're just hanging, like, kicking their legs from your arms. All right, Egbert, it is your turn. What do?
Well, Johnny, I'm going to ask you a series of leading questions. So Corazon's is eating artisanal cured meats, correct?
Hey.
Yes, and cheese.
I
Don't forget
discovered
the cheeses.
I discovered the valuable information that they can't be harmed by martial weapons. Thank you very much. So I'm helping.
That's fine. You might yet be helping, because presumably, in order to cure these items, you need to have some salt on hand, perhaps a sack or barrel of salt.
Yes.
And I would like to grab said sack and/or barrel of salt and lob it on the wine monster to soak it up, like you might soak up a red wine stain on a carpet.
Who are you and what have you done with Egbert?
And it makes them more conductive.
I had to wait a long time for my turn,
Meryl's just like,
so I've had a lot of time to think. The
mean-
cogs were turning, but
Yeah,
yeah.
or you could just use your breath weapon and
The
evaporate.
world's gone topsy-turvy.
I thought about that, but I don't
Look.
think the alcohol content is high enough, Corazon, so I'm
for
going to
them to
soak them up with
evaporate, it's a
salt.
liquid.
No, yeah, but think
Look.
how long you have to mull wine for.
Yeah, we all thought about evaporating the wine men with the flame breath. Let's turn them
Yeah.
into a nice pulpable salt mixture.
Yes, I'm
That-
throwing
Maybe
salt
hit them with a
all
sword if
over.
they've got salt.
I'm throwing salt all over either the biggest one, or if it's still up, or just all
Wait,
of them.
row back. Where did the salt come from? I missed a bit.
The
The market stalls, the aforementioned market stalls
Okay,
with the
yeah,
cured
yeah, yeah.
meats.
the
It's
deli.
like that good like crystal salt that that heaps.
Oh
of
yeah,
those-
it's gonna soak them up real good.
Okay, yes, you go over to the deli and you seize hold of an enormous cask of salt. Just make me a strength attack, please, to lob it at them.
Oh, hey. But,
With pleasure. Hey, Corazon, enjoying yourself there?
yeah, sorry, there's no more cheese.
That is it's a 7 plus 4, so it's 11.
Okay, I mean,
How hard is it to lob a barrel of salt though? Really?
no, you've okay. So that was to heft the cask. So I'm going to say that you've thrown salt in. Why wouldn't it be a 15-foot cone at this point? Why not? Why wouldn't it be? So, dex saving throws.
Salt cone.
Salt cone.
It was a 9 and a 4 from the 2 winemen that haven't been battered with a cauldron.
Right.
So they're not going to take any damage, but basically it's a bit like throwing a sheet over an invisible person. Their outlines are clearly defined, and you can actually see that they do have like sunken eyes that seem to go all the way down their cheeks, and like just these horrible sort of mouths that seem to scream endlessly. And they're like, "Ugh," as the salt sort of cakes onto them, and they sort of solidify and then crumble into this weird salty amoeba that's sort of thrashing about and struggling to reform into a coherent and combat effective shape. So that's good.
It is good, isn't it? It's probably
Yeah.
the best thing Egbert's ever done.
He takes a moment to
Yeah.
savor the occasion.
Finally, Egbert did done good.
Dunakin runs over with some form of club and goes bong and hits the cauldron. He dents the cauldron.
All right, thanks, Dunakin.
Nice one, Dunakin.
Your contribution is noted.
Poor Dunakin, he yells in a sort of a weird battle cry. Merylwen, we're back round to you.
I would like to call another bit of lightning and hit the 2 salty amoeba wine boys.
Okay. It's a 14, isn't it? You're
16.
16. Blimey. Okay.
Because I think it's my wisdom that I can't remember, but it's something that really bumps it up.
Not a problem. Not a problem. Okay. I think it's only fair that I roll both of these at a dex disadvantage because
They're salty amoeba boys.
they're salty amoeba boys. Even if I were rolling those with advantage, no, those are failures. So please roll me
Some
that
damage.
damage.
Alright. Okay, that's
Are
a
you-
3.
No, I'm just trying to work out if this would also hit the cauldron.
It's very conductive. It's a metal cauldron.
Yes, go on then. And so
Probably
that's an
iron,
automatic.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so
Why not?
That's a 3, a 6, so that's 9, and a 7, so that's a 16.
Basically, twin bolts of lightning just arc down. One hits each of the sort of like salty amoeba piles as they're kind of clambering over one another like crabs in a bucket, and it kind of just goes like and gets thrown up into the air, and salt just sort of flies everywhere. But of the winemen specifically, there is no visible trace. Dunakin is thrown back by about 15 foot.
Like in the Ballad of Jurassic
Dunakin
Park.
was there.
I didn't know he was like touching it still. Oops.
He was within 5 foot of the strike point.
Oh, damn
So
true.
he is thrown for the second time today, Corazon. Somebody has violated the sanctum of your cheesy, meaty hidey spot. Dunakin is just like thrown into the back of the stall and kind of crumples in a heap and just goes. Oh,
You better have crackers, mate.
Oh, no,
Or you're out of here.
Dunakin has nothing. Oh gosh.
Unbelievable.
And from underneath the upturned cauldron, this sort of steam starts to rise.
Ah.
Loads of it, absolutely bloody loads of steam of just this wine that has sort of clearly evaporated with the sheer sort of shock of the force generated by your lightning strike. So
It's a lot of heat.
at this, I'm going to say the drunk and very incapable mob has rather lost their appetite for fighting you and have shuffled off to a different cauldron to carry on their bacchanal.
So we just need to do this about 20 more times.
Yeah.
And
Well, I
we'll
mean,
have this problem solved.
It's not a scalable solution, is it?
Yeah.
Not really.
Where's the nearest cauldron, and can I see it?
Merylwen
Oh,
once more.
Are you planning to just continue to
I can just try and just hit the cauldron while I'm still concentrating on this storm cloud. I'm like, I've
Merylwen
got it.
wants more wine men.
You want to hit the
there are a
next
lot of
cauldron.
people crowding around the cauldron getting
How
wine.
close are
Merylwen.
people?
It would be very difficult not to kill a lot of innocent people.
I go.
So do you
And
still want
that's
to do
not
it?
me
Cloud,
telling
the
you
clouds.
no.
No, Merylwen doesn't want to accidentally kill a bunch of people because
Okay.
she's trying to achieve the opposite.
Collateral damage, yeah.
Accidentally.
Well, what have we learned?
We've learned that all this wine is sentient,
And
bad to drink,
cursed.
and really hard to fight because you can't shove a rapier through it. We can't fight all the cauldrons of wine. We need to find a way of stopping Vacatus's magic, and it's like killing the head vampire. It'll stop all the other vampires. We'll find the head wine man, who I assume is Vacatus.
Yeah.
I don't think we can take out these cauldrons individually.
No.
Yeah, I'd like to look around and see if I can see Vacatus anyway, because surely we've like picked up.
I tried that earlier. It doesn't
No,
work.
no, but we've
Standing there.
But
Oh,
like
wait, there
we,
he is.
No, just because we've caused a ruckus and he might be having a peek somewhere.
Unable to resist a ruckus.
Well, it's just like, you know how like sometimes the criminals return to the scene
That's
of
not
the
a
crime
bad idea,
when...
though, Merylwen. If we partied the hardest in all of town,
Yeah.
he might come and check us out.
If we had the biggest rager, maybe. he-
Yeah.
Let Merylwen check if he's actually just stood next to us first.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'd feel
sure.
really
No, I think
stupid if he was
I'm
standing
like-
right
Yeah.
over
Roll
there.
me wisdom perception.
That's a 14.
Okay, you cannot see your adversary.
Damn, one step ahead.
You are certain that you cannot see Vacatus. Dunakin gets up and limps back toward the cauldron that he hit before being
Okay.
unaccountably struck by lightning. He's really not sure what happened,
Rotten luck.
Yeah.
but you see him peering at the cauldron. He goes, "Ooh, now this is interesting. I damaged the cauldron a bit when I hit it. And if I'm not mistaken," he goes around the other side, and there is a very massive rent in this cauldron from the lightning. He goes, "I think they can be destroyed. So I rather think perhaps I should... What if we did what the pirate man says, but also, in trying to party harder than anyone else, we took out some of the competition by destroying the cauldrons?"
Okay.
Good plan.
Right, yeah, I'm thinking like, woo, party hard! Smash the punch bowl, yeah! And destroy the thing in the process.
Oh, like an accident?
You're like an accident, you're like,
Well,
oh no!
You saw how the crowd reacted.
Yeah.
I've got an idea, but I want a promise first.
Okay.
No one's allowed to strangle me again. I'm looking at you.
No deal, Dunakin.
Well, then poor Dunakin, vile Dunakin. I'll just get back in my hovel.
Yeah, I think you
Hold it there, poor Dunakin, vile Dunakin. If we won't strangle you, what's your plan? Can't believe we're doing poor Dunakin's plan.
Do you promise then?
Poor Dunakin.
He's thrilled that walking away got you on the hook. He's like, "Huh, still got it, Dunakin. Do you promise not to strangle poor Dunakin?"
I promise not to strangle poor Dunakin. Everybody promise.
Is there
No,
a
but
difference
he's so
between strangling and
strangleable.
throttling?
Yeah, no.
Choking.
No synonyms for strangling.
Okay.
Thank you, yes.
All right, I promise not to strangle Dunakin.
Look
Good.
at this. Look at this throat. Look how strangleable it is. You have to
Yeah, I
promise-
know.
It is so
Promise not-
slender, isn't it? That
Promise
slender
not
throat.
to strangle it. This noodle-like neck.
Well,
Alright.
times have been hard.
Promise.
All
I
right.
feel bad now.
Sort of tries to pull up the collar on his rags to cover his strangleable throat. And he goes, "Oh, follow me." He leads you into the ruined warehouse where previously his evil wares were wrought. And he says, "Now, don't be mad." But he pulls back a heavy tarp, and you see some planks of wood.
Dunakin, is this the evil wood again? Are you back on the evil wood thing?
I'm not back on the evil wood. This is all that survived from the fire. Now, I swore I wouldn't do it again because I was being dangled by my neck by a ewe that was on fire. But what I'm saying is, I could build a chair and we could send it to eat a cauldron, and if the mob kills it, then fine.
Okay. So our chair army is going to fight his cauldron army.
And then we'll see who's best.
Well, we've only got one chair.
Right.
Oh, we've only
so
got
one
enough wood
chair
for
and
one
one
chair.
cauldron.
Yes.
Okay.
We could try it, and then we could get more.
Oh.
Yeah.
We definitely agreed to not strangle him, right? Just to...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's worth the try. I mean, why not? Let's do
So-
it.
Poor vile Dunakin can make a chair.
Yeah, go for it.
Yes.
Make an evil chair out of your evil
One.
haunted wood.
Okay.
And then we'll stick it on a cauldron.
It's really more efficient if I do it in a sort of montage. Would
Yeah,
you-
we're
have you-
cool with
do you-
montages.
What happened to your bard? Did he die?
Oh, he wandered off.
Not as far as we know. He.
Yeah, he might. I mean, he may be dead.
Oh.
Would,
Sounds
would
like
we
something
know
he'd
if
do.
he was dead? I feel like we'd know. I feel like we'd feel it.
Yeah.
Then I'm potentially sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, I'll
appreciate
make a chair now.
I pull up
Yeah.
a scorched chair, the remains of a scorched chair from when we burned this place down.
Have you checked
And
it's
then-
not evil?
Yeah, check
No,
it's
it-
not evil.
Yeah, check it's not evil, and then I
Oh,
take
it's
a seat.
evil. It just got nothing left.
Oh,
It-
poor chair.
At most, it manages a snarl that sounds a little bit like flatulence.
Okay, while he's montaging, while he's
It's an evil
montaging
chair.
the-
What do you want?
while he's montaging the chair,
Yeah.
I would like to ask Prudence if she wants to pretend to cast Eldritch Blast, and I'll cast Minor Illusion to make it look like she's casting Eldritch Blast. You know, just to lift her spirits.
How good's your... All right, let's see. Better
Okay.
be a good bloody illusion, Corazon.
Yeah.
Well, I doubt it's going to lift my mood, but I make the gesture and say
Do
the
you,
words.
do you even bother to stand up from the chair?
No, I'm still sitting in the chair despondently, and I go,
Okay, I cast Eldritch Blast
to another corner of the
with
warehouse.
Minor Illusion to
How
make
does
it
it
look
look?
like an Eldritch Blast is happening.
How?
Roll
how
for
does
it.
look? Yeah, roll for it.
Yeah, roll for
me
it,
a,
Corazon.
roll me a d20.
To see how good it is it?
Yeah.
It's a 14.
It's good enough that you don't want to hurt Corazon's feelings. It is not the same, but you know what? You appreciate the effort.
Yeah.
So that's the ballpark.
You feel,
Thanks,
feel
Corazon.
feel a bit better?
Yeah. It reminded me
you-
of how much
yeah.
I love Eldritch Blast.
We'll get you your Eldritch Blast back. We've
It's
just
like
gotta-
looking at old photos.
Yeah, I know.
Of
We'll get it
Eldritch
back.
Blast.
Yeah. Old photos
From
of
times
people
gone by.
dying in agonising pain from the Eldritch Blast.
I take out my framed photograph of Eldritch Blast and stroke it, and then I put it away again.
From your photo album, which is clad in the skin of somebody you killed with Eldritch Blast.
Yeah. I tuck it back into one of Frisky's little photo pockets. There we
Oh,
go.
that's horrifying. We'll get you Eldritch Blast back, Prudence. We'll let this guy build his chomping chair, and then it'll all
Chomping
be-
chair.
it'll all be
Yeah.
good.
All right, let's see this chomping chair.
Okay, well, I had just enough wood to make it a chomping love seat.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
Very nice.
1.5 chairs.
Why not?
Well-
yeah, why not make two chairs? Two
No,
small
it's only
chairs?
1.5.
Because
Love
it's-
seat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the tiefling knows. And
Right.
anyway, this only would have been enough wood to make one Port Fairwind chair, but I'm not trying to disparage the style of chair anymore by making it synonymous with death, so I made a bigger chair.
It's good.
Got it.
Good craftsmanship, Vile Dunakin.
Thank you. All right, well, are we ready to set it off?
Chairs.
Yes. Wind it
Yeah.
up
Go for
and
it.
set it off.
Go for it, Vile Dunakin.
He pulls a pin from his powdered wig and Al pricks his finger and touches it to the wood, and the chair. You know, you've encountered these before. You're not overly
yeah.
surprised, but you remember how horrible they are. It's just immediately like its seat is flapping up and down with horrible teeth, and it's just looking for a target. It's like Dunakin goes, "Oh, stop it! Down, sit, ha."
That's it. It's good.
You see him kind of like, he beckons the chair over and points. So he's clearly pointing out a cauldron and directing it toward it. You hear, like, the chair lets out a blood-curdling howl and starts absolutely, like, galloping down the street, where it engages in, well, it doesn't engage in a fierce combat with the cauldron, because it's just chomping at the cauldron. But the wine spills out, and sure enough, it again becomes sort of wine men. Who are just like smashing their fists like burr, burr, burr into the chair, which at this point grabs hold of the cauldron. It's like shaking it. It's like dong, 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 really like just denting it and doing terrible, horrible damage. And then as you watch, the Wyman actually sort of just grab their heads and start to scream and sort of flail around, as the chair, sure enough, just like throws the cauldron in the air and just like eats it in one.
Huh.
The wine men, with one final shriek, just go like a water balloon that's burst. They just spatter onto the cobbles. The mob is kind of like wailing in despair and trying to scoop up the wine from a cobbled street, which is just gross.
Yeah, have some dignity, people.
And the chair kind of like eats it and kind of goes like.
Right, okay. Well, that worked. Good job,
Yeah.
Dunakin. Val Dunakin.
Oh no, thank you. I mean, it's not a great economy of scale. My chair appears to have died.
Yeah. And I mean, I assume there are many more of these cauldrons across the city.
Yes, and that was our one and only chair.
Yeah.
But, we could get more wood and make more chairs, and like you said, an army. If I made bigger chairs, they could probably get more than a 1-to-1 ratio of killing and dying.
What's the timing on the chairs? Are we talking 6 weeks, or getting more wood? Seems like a long ass plan.
But
Yeah. And how many
mean-
cauldrons are there?
I don't know at this point. I mean, look, you get what you pay for, really.
We've
And
not paid
it's-
for anything yet.
Okay, well, look, it's all about the quality of the work, because all of my chairs were 100% cursed wood from the Wild Woods.
Right.
So if you don't want to go back to the Wild Woods and do a whole-scale logging operation,
Right.
I suppose I could take some of the shavings from the last chair I made, and then there's this horrible, monstrous new place with all sorts of the flat pack chairs that people make in their own houses. It sprang up in the last sort of year or so. It was very
Right.
disorientating, full of meatballs. We could make a lesser, not as good chair army.
But it would be cheap. It would
Yeah.
be
It
cheap
would
and
be.
Affordable.
easy.
Yeah.
And we
will
could
be.
all chip
Yeah.
in with the assembling
Yeah.
using simple tools.
Yeah,
That's
because
per-
the instructions would be so straightforward.
Yeah.
well, you think they are.
Yes, well, there'd
you've
always be
got-
one
you've got-
fewer component than you need, but that's not a
They've
problem.
got pictures.
Let's make some inexpensive evil chairs.
All
Let's
right.
do it.
I'm
Yes.
excited. Can I get some meatballs while we're in here as well?
Yes.
They are evil. They are also
Evil
evil.
meatballs.
Yeah. Evil cursed.
Should probably
No,
not-
They're
They're
fine
just-
on the way in, they're just bad on the way out.
Oh yeah, no. Well, they've got that curse, but
probably
most
shouldn't
of what-
ingest anything else cursed today.
most of what poor Dunakin eats these days does that anyway. Poor Dunakin.
Yeah, poor Dunakin. We've all got it rough. Okay, let's go to this inexpensive furniture warehouse.
I'll sweep up some shavings. He starts filling a sack with shavings. You go to the massive sort of furniture warehouse. It's just called Chairs, but over the I is an umlaut.
Okay.
Right.
Cheers.
So no one's entirely sure how to say
So
it. but
continental.
Chairs.
Cheers.
Chairs.
Yeah.
Chairs.
So Nordic. I love it.
All right. Well, let's do it. I guess we'll have to acquire these chairs legally. Can't just like have all their chairs.
Well,
Aren't they all out
they're all
partying?
drinking, so who's going
Yeah,
to
wait,
stop
are
them?
the
There's
people out
staff
partying?
here.
They're partying inside and outside.
Oh, heck yes. All right. I'm just going to help myself to a bunch of chairs and go, woo, chair party!
Whoa! Chair party!
Yeah, that's right. Gonna party hard with these chairs.
Have some wine, everybody!
Can't
Wine
have a
and
party.
chairs.
Yeah, can't
Take
have
a
a party without
seat.
chairs.
Yeah,
I take a glass of wine and chuck it over my shoulder to pretend I've drunk it.
yes. I saw Corazon do the exact same thing as well, actually. Could you both make me a performance check?
Sure can.
What is that, a charisma thing? Or?
Yes, charisma performance.
That is 19.
Mine is... Oh, it's a crit! That's a natural 20!
Crit.
You
Crit,
both
crit,
make it
crit.
look incredibly like you are drinking wine. In fact, it looks like Egbert. Egbert basically tosses like a whole bucket of wine behind him, but makes it look like every single drop went down his massive, draconic throat. Indeed, a chant of chug goes up inside the furniture warehouse, and they go, "Whoa! Cool! Look, these guys are leading the wine and chair party. What are we doing?"
We're taking these chairs outside.
We're partying the
gonna-
hardest!
Yeah, we're going to
Corazon,
have a
use
chair
that
party.
useless spell of yours.
I'd love
You know
to
that useless spell?
sample chairs.
Yeah.
Corazon, the dancing lights spell, make it look like a party.
I already cast it earlier to annoy Prudence.
Is it single use? Because that makes it even more useless.
Have you had a short rest or a long rest?
I don't know.
Do you want to use a
I
spell
don't think-
slot?
I don't think I've had any. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So we take some of the flat pack furniture outside, out to I don't know, an assembly area.
Yep. The party goers follow you, and they're like, "Woo, yeah, let's do it."
Yeah, this
Yeah,
is
let's
a drinking
assemble
game.
some flat pack, baby.
Every time you drink, you have to assemble a chair. That's the drinking
Yeah.
game.
Cool.
We can get a lot of misshapen
equals
chairs.
one drink. Let's go.
Woo!
Cheers.
Cheers!
Unfortunately, they think they're being sneaky, but they are drinking about 5 wines per chair. But they are making chairs at a rate of knots. I'm going to roll a D100.
Yeah.
What a treat.
That's 81 chairs.
Heck
Anyone
yes.
chairs?
Imagine if you rolled a 1 on the D100. They've made one chair.
Oh, and they're all asleep. I mean, they all do pass out now, but they made 81 chairs.
Great.
pretty
All
good.
right,
No, they
Dunakin.
don't pass out. That's right. They don't pass out. They have drunk an immense quantity of wine.
Okay.
And they're like, oh my god, that's what we should do. Build a party city outwards. We need to spread the party.
Oh no, it's starting.
Uh-oh.
It's happening.
What he wants.
Uh-oh.
What he wants. Wine city.
No.
And they start taking little desks outside and little ottomans.
Oh
And
no, they're going to take over the world with inexpensive furniture.
you see them forming a sort of a line like ants going to and from a nest to the outskirts of town. They go, ugh, and they start just putting down even the display models, and those are damaged. They start building Port Fairwind outwards,
Oh no.
and thus, sort of with a horrible foreboding sentiment, is the real master plan of Vacatus revealed to you. You realise they're not just spreading a party, they're making a party city that's going to cover the globe.
Oh no.
Nature, no!
It's going to cover all the nature.
It'll be party as far as the eye can see.
But it'll cover all the Scotch eggs.
Oh no! But maybe the
Yeah.
party will have Scotch eggs.
No. Yep. Prudence, it'll cover all the people you were planning to kill.
I'm already mad, Corazon, about my magic. You don't need to wind
Alright,
me up
fine.
even more.
Well, Dunakin, make these chairs evil. We've got to stop these cauldrons.
Okay,
Pop the shavings in.
I've been putting the shavings
Good.
in, now I just have to prick my finger. How many
81
times?
times.
81
Oh,
times.
81
Dunakin.
Time.
Poor Dunakin.
Poor Dunakin. Ow.
One.
There's got to be a quick. Let's just get a load of blood out of Dunakin quick, and we can spray it over it.
Dunakin runs away.
No,
Oh
Dunakin.
no, Dunakin, come back.
hides.
Oh no.
Dunakin, I was just joking, like friends do, because you're my friend, Dunakin.
Yeah,
we're
when
friends.
Corazon says that, he's
Yeah.
joking. Come
Well,
back.
there's a new rule, he says, from in the middle of a surprisingly expensive rug, actually.
Right.
Says, look, I will bring the chairs to life, but in my way, without you letting lots of blood out of me.
All right.
So the new rule is you're not allowed to strangle poor Dunakin, and you're not allowed to get lots of blood from poor Dunakin.
Okay, 2 rules. Got it.
Okay.
All right. Good luck with that,
Agreed.
Dunakin, I say. I go in and I get a bag of 150 tea lights for some reason.
Yeah, it's unavoidable. Okay, Dunakin kind of worm-like
I've got
in his-
5 picture frames. I've not even printed any pictures in years, and I
No.
don't know why.
Worse yet, it's kind of mobile, and you're not even sure which ceiling you're going to attach it to or how.
No, I
pretty
mean,
bad.
we're adventuring all the time. I don't even have. Oh,
You're not gonna, yeah.
I don't have enough paintings to put in these.
Yeah, the rug in which Dunakin is contained kind of like worm inches its way over to the chairs, and you hear him go, 2, and then a finger kind of comes out and boop. It takes a while, needless to say, but you did make 2
Needles to say.
quite specific. Dunakin dies of blood loss at around chair 50. No, Dunakin has just enough claret left to make at the 81st chair. He's looking quite pale. He goes, "Oh, poor Dunakin," and he just has a little faint.
Right.
No one's sure if they sell sort of biscuits and sweet tea in the cafe.
Yeah,
but,
let's bring him round with some meatballs and some schnapps.
Just pop one in his
I
mouth and.
prop him up
Yeah.
and take him over to the next chair.
Get
and
a
then-
spoonful, yeah. And I get a spoonful of the jam that's in
Come
there,
on.
very local jam, and just.
Come on,
Dunakin.
Dunakin.
And there's also like a sauce
instruct these-
version.
Dunakin, instruct these chairs in their grim work.
Okay. Chairs, I have some grim work for you. Even you, he says to the one on which he is sat. The cauldrons. There we must go. I will show you. Right out! And like a weird, slightly anemic general, trapped in a rug, he leads the charge, galloping on a chair, out of this very strange shop, the likes of which has never been seen before in Geth. Again, it takes a while to get out because the path is so twisty-turny, and the arrows all point one way.
It's a
Yeah.
labyrinth.
But-
in here.
Yep.
Like, well, I unravelled a piece of string when we came in.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't go back. You can only go
Forgot to mention.
forward.
Yeah, the only way out is
The
through.
only way out is through.
But all the staff have left, so we can go back. No one's going to stop us.
True, but then you won't be able to buy surprisingly affordable hot dogs.
I do like those hot dogs. All right,
I
fine,
want
we'll
a
go.
little flag. Okay, fine.
You
waving
emerge in the chariot park outside, and Dunakin is there with his amassed ranks of chairs, and he says, "Well, by your leave, let's go upset a party."
Yeah.
Right, let's
Here's
go, I
our
say,
leave.
through a mouthful of hot dogs.
Well, do you want to yell charge, or shall I yell charge?
You can do it, Dunakin. Alright, horizontally do it.
Charge! No, he's done it.
Yeah.
He's done it
You
now.
can do it,
Poor
you can do it.
Dunakin.
Shut up,
Go on,
Paul Dunakin. Let's
Dunakin.
go.
Oh.